Right, guys. So what I was saying was it took me 6 months from when I got started to actually start watching what I should have watched in my first week. So I could have been where I'm at today if I just took the time out to watch Academy Basics 1 to 4, technical analysis, and then started watching the TV, IML TV, which covers the basics. Two people that I know that cover the basics, that's Adeze Duncan with the Forex 101, and you've got Forex for Beginners, Christopher Derrick, the guy who turned $148 into 48,000 in 7 days. So you're learning things from him. I actually learned his. I saw it. I was watching it yesterday. I haven't learned it properly, but I need to back test what he's doing with the Fibonacci and stuff. But guys, I would say I strongly encourage everybody that comes on, who gets involved in iMarkets Live, just take the time out. Even if you watch 1 hour a day, that's one part of the basics per day. You'll get through it in 4 days. Then technical analysis and IML TV, one video, you will be trading like I've been trading. I've gone through 3 weeks on the trot. This is my 4th week right now of trading like a pro. And now I understand what they say, what they mean when they say iMarkets Live is truly giving the power and putting the power in your hands to change your financial future. So because I've got this one basic strategy, I'm able to use it in conjunction with all the products, and it makes me so much more powerful. And now I feel like prior to having this, I was just blindfolding myself and throwing on trades. And like, even if one thing I realized was, even if the trade signals are good, you can still blow your account because you don't know how to manage the money side. So money management is key to this. And also one thing that everybody, I think 95% of people probably don't realize is a big deal. That's the mindset. One thing Abs was saying earlier, he says he's going to do a training. I hope you guys went in on that training and you learned a lot, because mindset in trading is unbelievable. It's so important. So these are the things that I would say, get yourselves involved with and make sure you immerse yourself in the learning, because a lot of people, they just want to get the results, but they don't want to put the work in to get the results. So that being said, guys, I'm just going to mark up some charts. We're just going to go through how I mark up charts again. And if you've got any questions, just write them in and I'll read them along the way. But is there any pair that anyone wants me to kind of have a look at for now? Just type it in.
Can you go through? Wait 2 seconds. I have it here. Hold on.
I think just the same as last night, like the Japanese yen ones.
Yeah.
Okay,
AUDJPY.
AUDJPY. Did it do what we said?
No, not AUDJPY. Hold on 2 seconds. AUDUSD. It looks like a good sell. I'm not sure though.
Okay. Let's see what. Yeah, it does look like a good sell. Look at that.
Yeah, that engulfing candle.
That's a perfect sell. That's a perfect sell. And look, what's this? This looks like a box that we drew yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm actually going to get right in on that, but I don't think my stop loss is going to be right up there. That's for sure. Right, so let me move that stop loss down here. That could even be the edge of that box, because I don't even think that box needs to be that size. Give me a second. Let me just make sure these lines are in the right place. I think this line isn't. So let me touch it on there on the end of that wick. And then let me make this box a little bit smaller. Doesn't need to be that big. And let's have this to the end of that wick, where the body starts. That's the size that it should be. So 5 pips outside the zone. Wow, that's small as well. Is that really the case? I could have a 10 pip stop loss? Is that really? Right, let me take a look and see what's going on in the past.
I was just waiting for some more confirmation before I was going to get in.
Yeah, well, to be honest, them two engulfing there, that's big enough. And it's really close to your zone, so that's even better. But let's see if the zone is really what the zone is here. It's touched there. I'm looking for wicks to be touching my line. Is it in the best position where the wick there touched my line pretty much? Is that the case? Yeah, I would say that's it there. Because it's touched there, it's touched here, and the green stop there. That one pretty much very close as well. Maybe it's even a little bit higher. Maybe that's the case. Let's see. Let's go back in time a bit more. Yeah, that's the zone. So that's kind of the zone, just like a little bit lower. So that's right then, isn't it? Let's make that blue bar as big as the whole area. And put that 1,000 in the price $2. And that is, I would say, it's not too big a. Is it me or is that not too big a candle? It is actually. Look, that's engulfing. That's a more one. And you see that there. It came down as low as there and stopped there.
Golfing candles, isn't it?
That's definitely engulfing candle for me. Coming after a small candle here inside the zone, the blue zone. So that's your supply and demand zone. I think you could even have such a tight stop loss. You don't need more than 10 pip stop loss on this. That's perfect.
Even before that, a couple of candles before that, you see that little red engulfing one just there as well. So like right next to where price is. A couple of candles left. There's another, there right there.
Yeah, but it's not in the zone, so you wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, not just there, but it's like an indicator that it still might go down eventually.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. So it's gone up here. It's touched. This is still the ceiling. It's touched. It's come down.
I'm getting on this now.
You know, like if this didn't, let's say it touched and then it went above the zone, and then it came down and touched, then I'd be saying it's going up. But because it's touched and it's not come out of the zone and come this side, I'm saying this is definitely a sell and I'm getting in. And let's see how many pips we're looking to catch here. It might even go down. Look at this. Look at the amount. It went through 2 zones here. So we could have the first area. Let's take a look at this. Right, let me just shorten this up. Let's take a look. The market's gone down here. It's going crazy in this market, isn't it? Up here, down there, up here, down there. So it was played around in there, then broke out. It's gone up here, and down here. How many pips is that? Let's take a look. It's not too many. So I would say the first zone, the first target, I'd say 30 pips. Because here, this wick here, this is an area where it's going to bounce, that's for sure. So I would say it's going to bounce somewhere around here. 30 pips, your first stop lot, your first take profit. And then you're aiming for, you might want to do a twin trade here. So what I'd say is if you got £1 a pip, for example, you're going to do 2 trades with the exact same stop loss. And you're going to do 1 trade. They're both you're going to half it in half. So you're going to have one 50p trade and another 50p trade, and you're going to set your first take profit at 30 pips, and then you're going to move your stop loss to break even if it reaches here. You're going to close that first one off, and you're going for down here. So you're going for 90 pips on this one. That's what I would say. Let's take a look at the natural direction of this. Is it going to go as far as that? Is it on a downtrend, or what is it doing? Kind of is. It's been on a down from there. It's gone down, retraced. It's a lower high, lower low. Yep, and it's gone up here. Lower high, lower low. Yep, I would say definitely. This has got a good chance of going downhill. It's still on its downwards spiral. So although it's even gone up here, it still could go down here now. So I would say you can sell. I'll get 2 sells on that. One to go 30 pips. Let's take a look at the numbers for that. So that's just a 10 pip stop loss. Let me just make sure if there's anything that's come out of there. So what's that? Is that 7894? So let's say 790. Let me see if that 790 might be the area. What's this area? Let's maybe make let's just do this. 25 pip stop loss. That's still pretty good with the 30 pips first take profit and 90 pips. So let's take a look at the details. Let me just throw this in. 25 pip stop loss. So what I'm going to do is going to make that exactly 25 pips, exactly 30 pips, and that's the credentials, guys, of the first trade for the day. AUD USD sell. AUD USD sell. I'm happy with that. So
Thanks for that.
no problem. Let's I think I'll get in on that with a 25 pips stop loss. I'm looking to risk on 25 pips. Let me see. You just calculate what you're looking to risk. So if you got an account, it's got 1,000 in, you say, you know what, that looks like a sure thing. What can I risk on that? Do I want to risk £50 on it? Okay, I can do £2 a pip, or something like that. What's that noise?
Yeah, is it a sell stop or a market execution?
Market execution. As a market execution, that's like now. So 90 pips would make me 180. If I do £2 a pip, and if I lose £50. So I'm going for £40. I mean, I want to risk £100 on this, so I'm going to go £4 a pip. So obviously that's me. That's what I want to do, and I'm going to put my stop loss at 25 pips. So 78986, 78986, and then take profit on the first one is 78. No, that's the entry price. 78436. 78436 is my take profit on the first. So I'm going to half that. So I'm going to do 1 at 2, a sell. I'm going to do another sell, exactly the same. Weird. I'm going to do the 1 second, guys. I'm going to just take a look at what you're saying. 78986 stop loss is on the second one. Let me see what the second stop loss is. I mean, take profit. Let's say 90 pips. So 90 pips. 77836 is the second take profit. So 77836. 77836. Guys, what I would do is, soon as that first one takes profit, you move your stop loss to not break even to stop profit. Okay, so at least 2 to 5 pips in profit. So if it returns back on itself, you still make a bit of money.
Is the stop loss the same for both?
Stop loss same for both, yeah.
And what is the stop loss again?
Stop loss is currently right there. Stop level 78986. Right, I've got in on that. And,
Thanks, bro.
no problem. I'll just get myself on that one again. I've got a few accounts I've got to do this on. This is just annoying. 1 second. Right, is there anyone here who doesn't know what they're seeing here in terms of the lines, the zones, why we're buying or selling? Is anybody here struggling with any of that already?
Yeah, bro. Can you go over that again?
Yeah, I will do. AUD JPY looks similar. Yeah, but why have the line if you have the zone? Basically, the line is where you draw in, and then the zone is where the wicks have gone from end to end. So there's always a zone. So everybody's not looking at this market and putting the line in the exact same place. But the general area is between like here and here where everyone's putting their line. So the market, when people are looking to buy or sell in between this area and this area, that's why the market always goes to here and it activates everybody's buy or sell. So it's either going to hit here and everyone's sell activates and it comes down. So you want to be in a general area of where to expect it to either go down or where everybody's going to buy and it pushes the market up. So this is why the market always stops in these areas, because people are taking their profits in these areas and people are putting on sells and buys in these areas. That's why it's called supply and demand zones. They're the zones. It's like a bus stop, for a bus stop for your trade. It goes on its journey. The first stop is there. And then it thinks, you know what, I forgot someone at the first stop. Let me go back. Or you know what, we're moving on to our next stop. That's what happens. So 7-7.
Thanks for understanding.
No problem. 77836. 836. Just throwing that one on again. 1 second. All right. Right. So I've just got one more to do this again. It's a bit annoying when you got loads of these things to do. So we were looking at the AUD JPY as well. Yeah. Someone said AUD JPY looks similar. Well, that's a sell, and it's on its way down to here. But look, we had this on already as well from yesterday, saying that it's a sell. That's why we marked it up. And look what you can see. The market is a sell. We marked it up already, looking to go down here, 120 pips. I don't know why I had 120 pips, but this is where we was looking at. I think yesterday it was about here, or wherever it was, somewhere here. And we was like, okay, if it reaches this point, we're going to get in. And look, so what was that last night? What time was that? 1 o'clock. I think it was up here, wasn't it? That's 11 o'clock. Look, the market was there, and we was like, that's touched and that's touched. We don't know if it's going to go above or below. I'm sure this was what we was looking at, and it dropped. So I should have had an alert to tell me that it's got to here. Is it AUDJPY? No, I didn't. It was just these. Okay. So normally what I do is I set this to give me an alert when this is crossing this point, whichever point. But let's see if we can still get in on this. Let's see how many pips there is stop loss. So at the moment, stop loss can be, it could even be actually here. Let's see where the market is. Let's see. Still like a 40 pip stop loss. You know, it can obviously come up here, but I think that's definitely looking like, to me, it's going to go here and drop down, at least to here first, and then move down. But you never know if it's going to go down from here. So to be honest, you want to be getting in around here when you see this drop. That's where you want to get in. But how many pips is that? 85 to 35. It's only 10 pips it's moved from where you wanted to get in. So that's why it's a 40 pip stop loss instead of a 30 pip stop loss. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a trade to get in. But maybe you can wait for, you know, a little bit of a reverse and then get in it when you start seeing it come back down. So I'm going to keep my eye on this. What I'll actually do is, if it goes anywhere near this area again, 8385, I'm just going to put an alert for me on 8385. You know, even 88 I'm going to do. Give me, you know what, even 90. If it goes to 90, I've got less stop loss, less risk. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to alert me when that happens, and I'm going to have a look at that. So that's that one. I think I've done the rest, haven't I? Right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a totally naked chart. I'm going to throw in a line so you guys can see, because I think that's one of the most important things for you guys to see how we're actually doing it, and then it might help you. So, is there any questions before I get started with doing all of this? Is there anything anybody wants to ask? Nathan, what do you think about Euro JPY? Okay, let's quickly have a look at Euro JPY. Let's see what's happened in the market now. See, that's a buy. Okay, so it's come in, it's touched, and then it's stopped here, and it's come into here. It's gone up, it's gone down, it's touched again. So this is the floor. It's not broken through the floor and stayed on this side. And now it's gone back up, it's gone back up, it's gone back up. I'm saying that's pretty much a buy. But what it is there's no definite big candle bigger than the one before. So, but if you look at, some people have a confirmation as these 3 bars are all green. So if they're 3 bars, it still counts as an engulfing on this red. So you can say, you know what, that's gone up quite a few pips from here, from 10 to 33. That's definitely something that's pushed up from the zone. So people are buying here, and the market's gone here, and it's going to go down here, and it's going to go up to here. So let's see where we could have our stop loss now. I would say you still got to have your stop, even if you tightened it up to here and hope it doesn't drop to that far. You're getting in here. Let's see. You could have a 30 pip stop loss still, and you're looking to make what, 60 pips. So it's still what, a 2. You know what, you know what, that's not a bad one. So let's say 60. Sorry, that's 600 300. I'd say that's a buy, but I'd wait. You see this here? This is coming down. It's probably going to touch where these wicks are as well. So it's probably going to come down and touch these wicks and then start moving up. So you could actually have a buy limit here and then tighten up your stop loss even more to 25 pips. And say, you know what? If it drops down to here, it opens. 131,200 buy limit on that for me, Euro JPY. So I'm going to quickly throw a Euro JPY on. 1 second. Let me throw this on. Euro JPY buy limit. Buy limit with, let's see the details. So the buy limit's at 131,200. Was that what it was? 131,200? Am I right? This level here. Yeah, 131,200. Right, let's see who's messaging. No problem. What do you think of your JPY? Lex has it on a sell. Lex analysis is on strong sell off the downtrend. No problem. That's fine. But you know, like it still can go down. This is like on the hourly. So this could happen up here and then it drops down and carries on. All I'm looking at is when the market is in between two zones, like then the market tends to do what it needs to do between them two zones. If it pushes out from here, it usually goes and touches there. Then it might rebound off there and come back down and carry on down. But even on the trend down, look, you'll see, even on the downtrend, look, it's gone down, it's hit. It's gone down, it's gone down, it's come back up, it's gone here, it's come up, it's come up, it's gone down, it's gone up, down, up, down, up. So even on its way down, it still could go up here and then come down. So yeah, it could be a strong sell, but he normally looks Lex Waves on the daily, on the weekly, on the 4 hourly. He's looking on a bigger time frame, so the market can still have, you know, short term the other direction. So obviously you can look to not take this. If you're unsure, you shouldn't ever take a trade you're unsure. But me, I'll take my chance and I'll go for it and I'll see what happens. If it drops down to here, I'm looking at getting in because, like I say, you know, I'm seeing things quite a lot of the times. Like market tends to repeat itself so many times. It's ridiculous. Like, look here. The market went from here to up here, stopped, came back down to here, stopped, went up here, stopped, went there, and then look, it went as high as there, came back down. Look how much scalping you can be doing here. It's just doing the same thing. It came up, closed, came up here, went to there, came up to there. So how many times can you be going in here? Like, okay, you see that's a buy, you think it's a buy. It drops down, then it goes to here. You can be taking a few pounds every time here. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. Every time it comes back down, because you think it's a buy, you could be like, I'm getting out here and I'm getting in when it comes back down. And I'm going to get out when it comes up here. The minute it looks like it's turning around, I'm going to get out. I'm going to come out, get in here, and it moves up, then it moves up, then it moves up, and you're in more profit. You could take profit when it starts dropping. If you see anywhere where the other wicks have been obviously stopping. So here, you see the wicks have stopped it there. So it's usually going to hit and come off there again. So they're the kind of areas you want to look to try and, you know, sell and maybe get back in when it comes back down. Especially if you know that it's going to go from here and it's going to hit this area. What does it do? It pushes out. It doesn't go below your stop loss, which should be about here. It pushes out. It messes around, messes about, then touches. Okay, that's not even touched, but look, comes down and touches. It drops down. You know it's going to move from down this zone to this zone. So what's it do? Straight away it drops to this zone. It comes underneath. It doesn't retest. It goes straight back in. So what I would be looking at, I wouldn't be selling here if it drops through. I'd wait for a retest. If it touched off here and then come back down, then I'd sell. But it didn't. It went straight back up. It's come back in here. So it's still in this zone technically. So it's come down, but come back through back into this zone. So this is the zone it's in. It's pushed. So I'm looking at it touching this area. So what does it do? Comes up, comes around, touches. This dropped. It's bigger than that one from in there pretty much. So I'm like, it's a sell. What's it do? Touches here. Now this here, it's come up. What's it going to do? It's going to mess around and touch there. That's what I'm saying. If it was to come down here and gone into down here in the zone, it would come underneath, then touch, then come down. So that will be the sell very soon. It might do that, or it might even go up here, even just 30 pips and drop back down. But there's an opportunity for me right here. I'm saying if it goes here, I think it's going to go somewhere up here before it drops down here. That's my thought, just based on the strategy that I've been using, that every time it pretty much does it. If we go back, we can see, like, even if I go back to here, what happens? It pushed through, it didn't retest, it just came back through, so it's still a sell. So I'd get in on a sell right here and have my stop loss just above here. So what does it do? Comes back to near here, doesn't hit my stop loss, drops, bang, that's your point profit. Again, you've gone in here, it's retest. So now it's coming down again. So now you're looking for a drop in here. It does drop. So you sell here. Bang, it goes down. It doesn't hit your stop loss. Bang, it goes into the next area. You make money again. How many times you're going to win and how many times you're going to lose? How many times I've showed you so far? So, yeah, if you're not sure, don't take the trade. But what I'm saying is you go with whatever you believe and you carry on. Whatever fits for you and you think's good, then do it. So look, this goes down here. It pushes up. So then you get in. So this is probably a Friday. It opened up here and then closed down to here and then dropped back down. Now look, it pushes up. Where's it going? Up to the next zone. So what's it do? Goes in the zone. So now it pushes up. You're probably thinking, okay, it's now in this area. It needs a retest. Does it retest? No. Goes straight back in. Goes up. Does it retest? No, it goes straight back in. So I'm looking for a sell. It drops. So I'm looking for the area down here. It hits. You see what I mean? It pushes in here. I'm looking for a retest. It didn't. You might have counted that as a look. It comes down to here, then it goes back up to there, and it doesn't go back in. So that might be your retest, and you're like, okay, it's dropping now. Let me get in. What's it do? Goes down to here. Now look, it comes in here. This is the. I don't know what this is. This might be a zone. I don't know if I've drawn this in as a. Yeah, it's a zone. So let's say this blue line is in here. Same thing's happening, isn't it? It goes up here. It touches. It's going to go down again because it didn't go through to the next area. So you get in, and what's it do? Drops down. And then you see bang. This is probably a bottom area here. I don't know. Maybe that's something like there. And you see it drops down and it pushes up. So it's still, this is the floor. It doesn't jump through to the next area. So you buy. But it's going to buy. It touches this area. Comes through. I wouldn't have bought here because I didn't see a retest, but this is the retest. So then look, bang, straight away you make profit. So it seems to always do what you expect. Look, this is its area. It doesn't go through. It's a sell. Drops down. This is the area. It's a buy. Touch. This is a sell. Bang. This is a buy. Touch. This is a sell. Touch. Like, guys, it's happening all the time. This is a buy. Touch. That's what I think will happen. Maybe it won't, but I'd fancy taking my chances that this is going up here and touching. I'll even say 65 pips. It will touch. But all it needs to do is go at least 30 pips, and I'm setting it at break profit, whatever you want to call it, stop profit. So that's the reason why I'm going to do it, guys. So hopefully that's explained to you why I'm going to do it. Let me see now. So this is a Euro JPY buy limit at 1312, and take profit is at 13185, and stop loss is 13094. 943. Take that on a buy limit. Okay, so I'll get that done on that one as well. You guys understand why I'm doing this? Why I'm putting it on?
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah?
Mm.
Okay, good. All right, let me just throw this in again. Guys, even if you go on a 10 pence a pip and on a demo account, just, put it on and say, you know what? Nathan, what he's just shown me might make sense. So let me go demo and let me see how this actually plays out and how I would handle it if it goes a certain way. Will I close out if it hits my zone? Do I think it does? Do I see another signal, another engulfing that looks like it's going to definitely go down? Then as soon as you see that signal, you'll be like, you know what? That's going down. I'm getting out, But that's what you do. You have to be ready to change your mind. Don't be stuck. I'm not going to be stuck that this is a buy. If it turns out to be a sell, I'll get out and get on the sell. So that's what you have to be ready to maneuver and change to what you need. So, it's what I've been learning, and I've just been practicing I've been back testing this. I've been hiding the future. I'm going to show you in a sec, guys. But 1312, sorry, 130. Let me just do this last one. 130943, 943, and the take profit is 131853. 853. All right, there we are. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to quickly now show you what happens when you find. Let me see if I can find a pair that I haven't even touched. Is there a pair that I haven't marked up yet? Yes, I found a pair I haven't marked up. So this is an area. This is a chart with nothing on it whatsoever. Okay, so let's mark up just the area in the past. Yeah, so I'm not going to mark up an area that's, to pretend that I can see what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look out for areas of support and resistance. So I would say I'm looking for areas where the market reversed many times over. So you see that there? The market has moved and touched there. It's touched there. It's come below there. But look, it's touched pretty much there. I don't know if it's touched there well enough. So I think that's a pretty good area. Let me see if there's anywhere else it's touched. Okay, it's kind of, maybe it's there. Maybe that's better. Or that. This is why there's a zone. Because look, I could be there, I could be there. So I'm like, that's it could be there. So I'm going to have a zone from pretty much there to there. That's what I'll do. So I think that's a zone. That's a support, sorry. So what I'll do is I'll throw in my rectangle to cover where the wicks came. Yeah, so I'll say that's where the wicks came there. And I'll just put it about there. That's my zone. And then I'll make it as big as the whole area. If I can just do that. That's the whole area. And then let's find another zone. Can you guys see a zone? Is that a zone there? It looks like it to me. Look how many wicks that's touched. So many wicks. Can you see that? Wick after wick after wick. Look at that. Wick, 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 wick. Major level. Major level there. Yeah, let me see if we can even move that down. We can move that down on the hourly anyway. So I think that's definitely an area of resistance support. That's a zone. Okay. Right. Is there anyone that can see it with their eye right now? Another zone. I'll actually put it in. So where's the zone here? Let's say, I don't know. Kind of zone there. It's nobody's ever completely right when it comes to this. So you guys can do whatever you want when it comes to this. You don't have to be exactly the same as mine. But this is why I see the zone. I think that's a zone there. And you can see the market's going up and down in between that zone. So I would say definitely that's a zone. You might have thought that was a zone. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know because it doesn't look like it to me. So, but let's take a look at some more zones. Is there an area down here that there's a zone? Is that one? If I can get a bit closer. Let's see if we can find one. Did the market touch many times? Should be able to see it from here. There? Would you say there or would you say there? I'd say the market touched. It's around about that kind of zone there, isn't it? Let's just get in that kind of area and let's put a zone in. That's all I'm doing. I'm putting supply and demand zones. So I would say that kind of area there is my supply and demand area. And I am going to put, so you can see all of that. Right, so that whole market is there seen. You can see that. Right, guys, so take a look. Watch this. So I've just drawn in my support, and all I've drawn in is the support levels and the zones, okay? So what I'm going to do now, just to prove to you that it works, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go replay. I'm going to start replaying from, let's say, about here. So we don't know the future now. We don't know what's going on. But let's take a look. You guys want to tell me, what do you see and what do you think that you want to do here? Right. Let's make that a bit easier to see. Right. The market's doing this. Let's see what happens. Right. What's that? Since it's come from here, from the zone, it's dropped down. It's kept coming down. What do you think is going to happen? Where's it going to go to next?
Pivot support.
It's going to go here, right?
Mm.
Right then. So the minute you see that, can you work out, okay, where would you have got in? You see, that's a candle. That's gone down to there. I'd say, you know what? That's overtaken the size of that candle and they're all reds. So I'm getting in here or here. Let's say I get in here. I'm going to set my stop loss just above the zone, 5 pips above. So let's say it's about 35 pips just to be safe. Yeah? 35 pips stop loss. And I'm aiming for 100 and, let's say 110 pips. Yeah? That's a 3.21 risk to reward ratio. The smallest you want to be on is 1.50. So what this means is 35 pips. If you won this trade, how many trades do you have to lose if you do these trades at least like this to break even? Let's say you had a 30 pip stop loss and you had 100 pips take profit. That means if you just made one win, you need to lose 4 trades to go down. You need to lose 4 trades in a row to go down. So always wait for the retest before entering. If it reaches a new zone, you wait for the retest. If it's within this area and it touches, then I would say it's not looking at going through into this zone. It's not breaking through. So this is a sell. So I'm going to sell here. So this is why I will sell. So let's see what happens next. So it's 110 pips. Let's just pretend we're doing a pound a pip here. So this is our first trade. We've got a £1,000 account, £35 we're risking, and we're looking to make £110. What happens? That's definitely sell now. I've made my £110. How soon? Surely it's going to touch. Definitely, I'm in break profit anyway, yeah? I'm in stop profit because it's way more than 30 pips. But anyway, so I can't lose this trade no matter what anyway. But where does it go? Where's the trade going? Where are you going? Look how long it's taking. But it's hit here. Okay. But it's still not hit your stop loss. You already passed you breaking even, but you've already taken 30 pips on when you've double traded. But where's it going? It's still going to go without, if let's say you left it and you didn't do anything. Let's see where it's going to go. Is it going to hit your stop loss? Come on. Touchdown, please. There we go.
There you
Touchdown. Touchdown. Even if you left it from there, it would have taken a little while, but you would have hit there. Okay, so now you're here. Let's wait and see what's going to happen next. So it's touched. Is it going through? It's gone through. Is it a retest? Right, there's no retest, so I'm not going to get in. I've not seen any confirmation of that even though it's gone down. So it actually had gone down to there and then gone back up here. So that could have been your retest. I don't know. As you're looking at it, obviously you see the market has gone down there during that time and then it touched. So it could be, or you could say, you know what, I missed that. I can't get in on that. So it's going to touch anyway now, I guess. Or it's close enough anyway. Sometimes it don't even need to touch. It could be very close and you just take your profit anyway. But let's take a look for the next time we want to get in or get out. So we're now it's in these zones. So now's your time to have the alarm bells ringing and you're thinking, okay, let's wait for this. When's it going to give me a confirmation to get in? So let's see what happens. Is there a confirmation? It's tested. All right. I see something. Do you see it? Engulfing candles in the zone. That's what I'm talking about. So what's this? Tiny candle. What's this? A big candle. What's the next 2, 3 of them? So I would have got in here. Let's just use this instead. I would have got in here looking to make 100 pips with, let's say, I don't know, 30 pips stop loss. Okay. I'll be looking to go up here. I don't know. Maybe it goes up. I don't know. Maybe it goes down. I'll lose a trade. But you just got to, you just got to say, you know what? Trust in what it does. That hits your stop loss. Okay. That hits your stop loss. You lose 1. That's 30 pips down. But you're up, what, £70. So let's see what happens next. That goes like that. You're probably thinking, you know what? But that's come through. Let me see. It's gone in here. It's touched. It's come down. So you're thinking, what am I going to do here? And then you've seen it's come back up again. And it's come back through. I'm waiting for a test. It's not test. It's going up and through, up and through. So you can't really do nothing there. Let's see what happens next. Right, does it retest? That's the retest there. And it's gone up. So I'd say it's looking to go back up now. This surely needs to go up now. It's quite good. All right, it's gone up enough that you already broke even anyway, and you already would have taken some money out of the market. 30 pips, let me show you, just so you know that I'm not messing about. That's just 30 pips there. So that actually went to 74 pips. If you see a market turning around sometimes, you just take your profit, okay? So you still had an opportunity to make 74 pips just because you saw a jump. Now, it just keeps happening, guys. I'm telling you, it happens more often than not when you see a jump. Is it going to jump because it's touching? Yeah. So when it keeps touching, it's not going through the other side. You're seeing that's a buy. And it's gone up at least 30 pips again. So let's see, even if you've done it from there, it has to reach at least there. Okay. It is. It has. Yeah, it just reached there. So yeah, it's already reached there. Yep, it's already reached 30 pips. You're already taking 30 pips, but then it's also hit your target. So now it's come through. Is it retest? Yes, it's retest. Now that's become the ceiling. Is it going to go up from here or is it going to go down? Okay, so now you're seeing that. There's nothing really for you to say to do, so I won't get doing anything. Nothing for you to do. Right. It's come back through. Is it going to retest? Is it going to go up? Okay, sometimes it doesn't retest. So sometimes you can't make that decision, but it's still going up. So all I'm saying, guys, is the strategy, all you have to do is make at least 3 out of 10 wins and you're up. You're up. Because you have to lose 4 trades in a row to just break even. If you've got 30 pips stop loss, and let's say you got 100 pips or plus, you need to lose 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4 trades out of each one. So 4 for 1 to actually just be breaking even. Imagine to lose. If you just stuck by this, like, okay, I lost that trade, no problem. Next one, I'll get it. But as long as I make sure that and this is it. You're not just looking at the market on your own. What you're looking at is Swipe Trade sends you a trade. You see the swipe trades and you say, okay, let me check the market. Has it just done an engulfing? Is it in the zone? I'm buying, I'm selling. That's all you do. That's all I've done. So now I have the responsibility on myself when I put a trade on. I don't blame swipe trades because they might see what I saw. And I'm like, okay, nobody can get it right all the time. So, you know what? I just trust in what they're saying and move for it. And here's another little tip that I'll give you. I'm using the engulfing candles in the zones. That's all I'm using. But here's a tip that I give you that I do. And the reason why I make a lot more money than normal, and it's not even massive. It's not even massive risk. It's big lot size, but I'm not even risking a lot. So I'll tell you what I do. Sorry, guys, just a quick drink. So, for example, let's say the market did this. It's a sell. For me, that's a sell. So I'll put on the normal trade here with a normal 30 pip stop loss, aiming for 100 pips. The market goes slowly, like here. It starts bouncing here, bouncing here, bouncing here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so close to my stop loss. That's great because it keeps hitting this wick, like the height of this wick every time. It keeps touching the wick, touching the wick, touching the wick. And then it's moving away, coming back down. What do? I say, you know what? That is a 5 pip stop loss. Ooh, great opportunity to make a great trade. I'm going 130 pips here. 5 pip stop loss. I'm risking £50 on this. I'm going £10 a pip. I'm going £10 a pip. And if that drops a little bit, I'm up £100. If it drops down here, I'm up £1,000. But if it loses, I only lose £50. Because I saw this is a sell. The market went up here. I know it's not going to hit. I believe it's not going to hit. If it does, I lose my £50. But the thing is, I will do that if I'm up in profit of over £50. I'll risk £50 to make 1,000 or whatever, you know? So that's the way that I look at it. And like I was saying, when the market keeps doing the same thing loads of times, so look, went up, went down, stayed there, went up to this height, went down, went up, went down. It gets stuck in these little areas. You know, obviously, if this was happening up here, I'd be doing that up here like I did today. I took £50, it went up. I put £50, it went up. That's what I did, and I got in on the trade. And one thing I did, but was silly today, was I coach in my own academy. So what I was doing, I had a big lot size trade on like this from this tight with a stop loss just here. And it dropped down and it was in like £100 profit each, both of them. And I'm like, yeah, it's finally dropping. It's going to come down to here. And I left my trades and I went. So I didn't put my stop loss tight. I actually moved it away a bit. And I thought, you know what, I want to give it a bit of space. I left my stop loss a bit wide and came back and it hit my stop loss. So now I got to go again and make these things happen again. But that's fine. Sometimes you learn from these silly mistakes when you're not on it. And if you've gone to do a bigger lot size and you know you need to watch it, you see here, that's where I would have got in. That's a sell. I would have got in right here on a bigger lot size, hoping that it drops. And look, I would have made so much. I might have even taken profit down here on a £10 a pip trade. What would that have been? £700. So you can see what I'm saying here. £700 with risk of what? What would I have risked here? £200. Let's say I'm up £500, £300, whatever. You might, according to your account, you might want to risk £5 or £3 that you not normally would do. You might normally just be trading 10 pence a pip, you know, risking £10. So why not? It's £10. Let me do £1 a pip from here. There's only 10 pips. I'm going to risk £10 on this one because I think this is going down, but it's gone right up here. It's still the same as me putting on a normal 10 pence a pip trade with the 30 pip stop loss, but this one's now 10 pips, but it's moved up in a bit of drawdown. Let me get in on another one right here and hope for the draw. Get it at £1 a pip, bang, you're down in profit. But as long as you're totally believing in this drop here is a sell. When you see that, is more, look, this is like a clear sell. And then if at least it goes 30 pips, you know you're set anyway. That's a clear sell. What I say is like 90% chance when you see a clear sell, to hit at least 30 pips. It's crazy. It always hits at least 30 pips. So that's basically my point, guys. So is there any questions on what I've just done here? You see, it didn't hit anything, it's still gone down here. Right, let me have a read. Then engulfing candle is the only one which come in support of resistance. That's the only one I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. This here is what I'm looking for. That. Where's it go? Yeah, this here. That's what I'm looking for. Engulfing candle bullish, engulfing candle bearish. So the previous candle is what? Look at that. Look at that. The previous candle is tiny in the zone, and this drops out. It's a sell. At least 30 pips, take your profit, and then aim for the next area. Bang. You've got it. Yeah, no problem, Abs, bro. I'll be down as well. So you're gonna see me as well, but not a problem. Yeah. So that's basically what's going on. And I just take my emotions straight out of it. You see, like what some people do, they'll get in and then the market, look at all of this. Look at this. You'd have got in and the market has gone up. Where was it where we were? I don't know. Your market, like obviously you got in, you're getting emotional. It's going down, You're in £100 profit, goes down, it goes up. You're in £5 profit. You're in a bit of loss. You're like, oh no, it's going to hit my stop loss. No, trust in the system. Bang, you see that again. You're like, oh, that's definitely going down. I might even put another trade on for this one. And, depending on how much money I got in my account, bang, it's gone. Trust in the system. If it hits your stop loss, it hits your stop loss. How many times is it going to hit your stop loss compared to how many times it's not? You're just going to have a look. Where's it going? Where's it going to go? You just got to think, okay, that's a drop. It's going to drop to the next one. And what's it do? Drops to the next one. That's probably going to drop to the next one. It did. Yeah, that's going to come up. It did. You could keep seeing it just always does what you expect it to do. As soon as you see a drop, it drops to the next one. As soon as you see it bounce, it bounces back up. As soon as you see it drop, it drops to the next one, bounces back up. You see it keeps bouncing off. It's not going through. So now what's that going to do? Coming up. There we are. So obviously I'm keep repeating myself, but it's about back testing the system, guys. Keep checking for things. So for me, at first I thought, you know what, let me do 40 pip stop loss. And then I realized, wait a minute. On all of these times when it pushes out, it at least gets 30 pips most of the time. But sometimes it doesn't get 40 pips. So I'm going to do the take profit at 30 pips. And then I'm saying, you know what? Some people just put their stop loss at the end of the zone. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do 5 pips outside the last wick. So sometimes it goes up to the wick and turns around. So I know I've got it wrong if it goes outside the last wick, at least 5 pips. I know that it's probably going to be a buy. So that's why I put it there. And you just got to have your own set of rules on top of this rule. So that's all you have to think about. And is there any other trades that you want to look at all? Anything? Is everybody following well? Is it simple to understand and how you can put is it simple for you guys? You think you can go back and retest and do your back testing as well yourselves?
USD JPY, please, Nathan.
USD JPY. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Right. So that was pretty much the same as that. It's come down. It's tested. It's now gone through. So I wouldn't say that's a buy at the moment. It didn't reach where I wanted it to reach. So it's come down. It's tested. It's gone up. It's tested. So is that the testing line? Is that where the line should be? Is that where the line should be? Maybe my line isn't even in the right place. Maybe that's where the line should be. Instead of there, maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe that's what the zone should be. Let's take a look in the past and see. Ah, come on. Still kind of a zone, but I think it's probably best to be where it was. It's possibly like, maybe like that, because when you come this side, you see that's where the market touched there. So maybe that's touching, and then it's gonna not go through into this zone, but maybe that's already come into this zone. So I wouldn't do anything here right now because I can't see what it's gonna do. It does look like it's about to form an engulfing and sell. It looks like it's engulfing here, and then it might sell. But I would like to wait for a bit more confirmation that it's going to come out down here, and maybe it's going to touch on the next hour. Then I'm going to get in on the sell. If it comes this side and that becomes the ceiling, then yeah. But right now, it's the floor. It's the floor. It's the floor. It's just broken through. It's made a little hole in the ceiling, in the floor. And it's obviously the ceiling for the people living underneath. So they can see, they're looking up and seeing, oh, what's this coming through the ceiling? So if they try and stick to the ceiling, then you know they're going to fall down and hit the floor. But if they say, oh, I want to go back through to this floor, then now you're looking for it to go up here. So right now, I'd say if it reaches somewhere like here, I'll be looking to get in. For example, I'd have a short for somewhere around about there. And then my stop loss would be, let's say, 30 pips. And what am I aiming for? About 70 pips. So it's a 2.53. But that would be probably a sell stop. Okay, I probably have a sell stop here at 106.265. But at the same time, I got to really see a retest to be doubly sure. Otherwise, that might just come through and then just go back up and go up in here. So retest really is a confirmation that I believe I really need to be making sure of. So to be honest, I'd wait for that. What I'll do though is I'll have an alarm to tell me when the market gets to, let's say 2.5 even, 106.25. So I'm going to do that. So this is what you do. You don't need to be on the markets all day. Just take the first 30 days free trial of this TradingView and just make the most of it. If the market hits here, I'm going to get an email saying it's crossing there. Then I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'll sell. If it touches there and I see it's come back up, then it gives me another email. It's touched. I'm in. So, all right. So that's what I do with the USD JPY. And we've got Euro GBP. Euro GBP. This is just my analysis, guys, obviously. So it's not obviously, I'm just a beginner still. But according to the rules and the few weeks I've had, I feel really confident of, what I'm doing kind of thing. So let's see. That's a zone. That's definitely a zone there. Let's see if we can find another zone. Is that a zone? Let's see. It's touched. Come down. Maybe. I wonder if that's a zone. Looks like it's touching off there a few times. Look in the past. What's wrong with that? And let's take a look here. It kind of is a zone. That's the zone. Okay, that's perfect. Where's the next zone then from here? Let's take a look. Right. So since the zone is there and the market's there, I would say, look at that. That is like a sell. But where's the other zone that it's going to go to? So let's see if there's a zone. Okay, so it's basically going to go That's like a retracement. So it's done its retracement. So it's still a good opportunity to get back in because it's retraced back to the area where you can sell. So if I was to just quickly draw in rectangle, let's say that was my zone. Look what it's done. It's dropped through. It's dropped even more. And then it's come back up in this area. I think a Euro GBP sell is in order. But I want to see where the next area is. Is that this area there? I'd say that's an area. As it came down and touched there. Probably got in the past. I can see it's touched there. It's touched there. It's touched pretty much there. It's definitely a zone. It's touched there. Yep. Like I say, that's an area. So that's definitely an area. Let's just quickly throw this in and see what the market's going to do. How much pips are we looking at though? Right, that's the first area for it to drop to. But I really think maybe we've got an area like here that it can drop to. I'm looking at the market dropping to here, 90 pips. Market, that's like a small retracement. But I really think 90 pips could be. Let me take a look. Yep, that's an area. That's an area. It's touching. Yep, definitely has to be this area. That's definitely an area. Okay, so from what I can see, it looks like it's already shown the sign of a sell, and it's going to go down. It looks like to me that it's shown a sign of a sell, and it's going to go down with a stop loss of 30 pips. Stop loss 30 pips is a free ratio. I'm going to get in on that. That's pretty good for me. So
Nathan, when you draw your support and resistance lines, don't you usually go on like the 4-hour chart?
yeah, you can, but at the same time, you can still look at the support and resistance on lower, because I saw Christopher Derrick. He was doing it in 30 minutes. So to be honest, you can do it on any of them if you're looking. So you can go on the 4-hourly, then go on the hourly to touch it up, or you can just go on the hourly and touch it up straight away. So it's like the general area on the 4-hourly. Did we do the AUD JPY, guys? I'm just asking right now because it's currently up. Was it the AUD JPY that we bought on? AUD USD is up as well.
USD at the start.
AUD USD. Yeah, that's just gone up. Just. It's not much in that. But yeah, so I've got an AUD JPY on there, sell. I wonder if that was yesterday's or today's. I don't know. It's £40 up. So I'm just going to quickly get on this one. This is pretty good for me. Euro GBP. Euro JPY, we're in, aren't we, on that one, on the sell?
Nathan, you getting on this one, yeah?
Why have I got a Euro JPY buy on here? It should be a sell. Oh, it should be a buy. Oh, which one was it? What was it?
We placed the buy limit on JPY.
Okay, that's fine. It's just because I'm looking at it on the phone. It doesn't always look so good. It looks like it's a sell from what I can see on the phone, but you can't see the zone, so you don't know. But Euro GBP. Where's Euro GBP? What was you saying, guys? What did you say just then? Was there anything you were just saying? Sell. I'm on a sell on the Euro GBP with a 30 pip stop loss. So that's stop loss is 8900. I'm going to go with 89000. 89000. Take profit is 878. But the first take profit is around here, isn't it? 884. Let me just close that up. First take profit, it'll be here. We'll touch off here. Yeah, I'll say 884. So 884 is the first one. Then I'll get in again when it decides to go back up and then drop down again. So 884 is my first. I'll just take that one. Yeah.
I'm in on that as well.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, that one. £74 up on the AUD JPY. I should take that. What's my take profit? 82.95. You know what? Sometimes you shouldn't look at things. You should just get it done.
Execution.
Market execution, Euro GBP. That's
Yeah,
what I'm doing.
so
Yeah, it's a sell, yeah.
yeah.
89. Oh. Take profit is, what did I say at that first? Take profit is 88,400.
Nathan, is this just based off support resistance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's accurate enough?
Yep. That's what I've been going off, so it's been working. If I look at all my trades, I swear I've made about 100 trades. I probably lost like 20. So I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. So it's USD CAD, what's it doing? Looks like it's on its way up. I don't look like it's on its way down, does it? Obviously, the signals that you get, just confirm them with this, and then do things from there. That's the most. Can you please the recording link? Yeah, the link will be up. Major news tomorrow on the GBP annual budget release. Yep, that's fine. So what we do is look at trading Forex Factory, isn't it? ForexFactory.com. And news tomorrow on the GBP is in the morning, isn't it? No, yeah. 11:30. There it is there. And there's no news on it. So that could spike the market. So obviously make sure, guys, when you see, just put an alarm for 11:20 and take a look at your trades at that time. If any that has a GBP on it, for example, the Euro GBP we're looking at, move your stop loss to break even or break profit if it's in profit, or tighten up your stop loss until after the news. So obviously you don't want to lose any money just because of a spike. So just tighten up your stop loss as much as you can. But I believe that from now till then, the market will be going in our direction from where it is now, because it's probably going to either touch a resistance and then drop down more, or it's just going to drop down more from where it is now because it's been in that area for a little while. So I don't see that going anywhere else right now. It's sitting around, hanging about in there. So this is what usually happens. The market is consolidating before news. News comes, it's either going to go psh, and then drop back down as normal, or it's going to go psh, and then drop as normal. So that's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, so we've got in on that trade. That's good. Euro GBP. And so that's what I look at, guys. That's what I look at. There's nothing else I really look at. And obviously the general direction of the market, sometimes I'll put in trend lines like along here and say, okay, for example, okay, the market's been respecting a certain line. So let's see, has it been doing something like that? I'll just see, okay. And then like sometimes the market will continually do that and touch and touch and touch and touch. You'll end up going, touch, against, you know what I mean? It's gone up. And then you might even sometimes you're able to draw a line like in here. I've drawn it on the other ones. You've probably seen it on the way. You're probably thinking, what is that? But it's like the market seems to go up and touch a line, down, touch the line, up, touch the line, down, touch the line, up. So then you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to, I'm going to get in when it's at the top on a sell. And then when it comes down, I'm going to get out. Then when it goes up, I'm going to buy. So sometimes you can look at them little things, but the little things like me that really I like is the bits where things like them areas where it just has ups and downs in the same areas. You've seen it. I've seen it today on there. Was it USD CAD? No, it wasn't USD CAD. It was what was it now? So that's gone under. It's touched. It's gone up, touched. And it's going up now. So probably have to retest and go up. Was it EuroCAD? Okay, so EuroCAD, I think it was just doing that. Up, down, up, down. This is the one, up, down, up, down. I was thinking, wow, I'm going to just take profit here. And I just kept taking profit. When it went up to here, I took profit. Went down, I took profit. So went up here, I got in. Went down, took profit. Here, got in. Down, profit. So whenever you see it happening all over and over and again, I would just say, look, take a little bit of profit if you can. When you know it's on its way down anyway, just get in. If it keeps hitting a point where the previous wicks were, get yourself in. And you see here, this is a trend line. What's it doing? It's hit off the trend line, gone down. It's probably going to go up and start going into here and then come into these zones. So look, this is what the zone does. I know it came out there, but look, pretty much within the zone all the time. It's not the best zone markings, but maybe I didn't do it right here. You know, it's kind of respecting it. Also with being in between these lines. So it touches, it goes in, it touches up, goes down, touches, and then carries on up. And it's just kind of within that zone area. So that could just obviously drop down to here and then carry on up and come back in. But again, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I think we've gone through quite a bit. And hopefully that helps for you to learn how to, put your own trades on later down the line. And take it from there, guys. Any more questions, last questions before the end? Before I wrap it up? Okay, perfect. Obviously glad to be on here and helping everyone out with what I've learned. And, I'm going to be on again probably tomorrow night and Thursday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday probably. So, I'll try and get on as many nights as I can at 10 and have a look at what markets are on. And just know that whenever you see a trade, don't just blindfold and put it on. Have a look at the market, decide for yourself, and make that trade your own. Don't blame anyone. Just know that they're there to help you. They've given you the tools that you need. Go out there, have the power, and go and do it yourself, guys. So that's what we're here for, to empower ourselves. So not rely on them. Let's do it ourselves. So anyway, guys, have a nice night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and let's see what these trades are bringing in the morning. Let's see if we're in any profits. All right. Have a nice night. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.